Hello, stuff lovers and fellow pickers. It's so great to see you again in our home. We couldn't help but want to share with you the haul that we have because we went to an estate sale this morning and it was like Christmas for me. We had seen the photos of a lot of the items that were going to be up for sale that they had posted online. And we couldn't go on the first day. So we thought, shucks, because there are a few things that are good. Of course, you never know. Some of it might be priced too high. But still, we were somewhat hopeful that on the second day we might be able to find some of those things. But we thought, there's a good chance other people will have bought them. We got there. And practically all of the stuff I had seen in the pictures was still there. And the sale was being run by some people we quite like, and we like their kind of pricing strategies. And when they tell us it all has to go this weekend, usually they're pretty generous. This was spectacular because the things I really wanted to get for reselling were at a really good price. And basically it came down to the seller looked at everything I'd put together and he said, how about $100 for everything? We got something like 27 items, maybe more. So yeah, absolutely $100 for everything. I think next time, if we go to a sale and he gives us a price like that, I'll throw in an extra $25 or something. It was just like, it's just so nice. And my husband found a couple of great things too. So I will just start showing you stuff and telling you a little bit how it went. Basically, when we first started going around, I saw a lot of smalls that I liked. And hoping that they wouldn't be too expensive, I just started loading up. I bring a canvas basket usually with me for estate sales and just started loading up the basket and thought, we'll see at the end, So that's one of the things that I picked up is this little Asian person on his little stand. I really don't think it's jade, but it's a beautiful jade color. And it's glass, definitely is glass. Just nice detail, interesting. There's a lot of interest in Asian style, Asian art. So I thought, but then again, that's the kind of thing that I can only do if I'm thinking there's a good chance it won't be expensive because I get to learn about it. And, chances are it'll make some kind of profit. And then I saw these, which are egg coddlers, and they're by Royal Worcester. And I picked those up as well. People collect them and they can do okay. The little ones can just be $10, $12 sometimes, but the bigger ones do better. So I was just thrilled to find them. It's kind of a given. Things that I was a little bit unsure whether I should throw in, because at first sometimes I think, well, I don't want to be too bold and put in these great big opulent items where they're going to take a look at that and price them pretty high, and then it'll be more of a quandary as to what to leave behind or not. But this time I kind of thought, go with your gut and, be bold. Try some items that he may be asking a little bit higher for them. We'll figure it out. And I'm really glad I did because he didn't ask more for them. So when I picked this up, at first I thought, oh gosh, this is lovely, mid-century. It's got this great color. The gilt on it is still in very good condition. I would love to have something like that to resell. It's exciting to me to sell something like that. So I'm not gonna diddle daddle and list it next year. You know, I'm gonna get on that. I'll do the research, etc. So I was really glad that I didn't. I just stepped up. These were just in the kitchen, and I thought, well, that's a nice pattern. Who is it by? It's by Fitz and Floyd, and it's a pattern that's called Summer Rose. There were two of them, and again, I just thought I'll throw it in the pile. If they end up, I mean, basically it ended up being $3.50 for each item. And then, I'll show you something else. My husband, when he walked into the kitchen, what he saw on the stove was this frying pan. And this frying pan is a Griswold. And those are very good quality and sought after. Now, I did not know how sought after, maybe. We looked up this model and they can go for something like $70, $75 pre-owned and everything. So figuring that we paid about $3.50 for it, awesome. So I'm really glad he saw that. I didn't see that. I was looking at other things, obviously. I picked up this set of cooking-ware utensil things, and they're probably from the 60s, something like that. I liked that the handles had this Asian motif, this blue willow kind of motif, and it even has this nice big spatula and spoon. So considering that that was about $3.50, again, I don't know, I haven't looked them up. I just think they're neat. And that if someone used to have them and would like them again, or they've lost one of them or something, you know, that's a fun thing to do. While we were in the kitchen, so I'm looking through the cupboards. I like doing kitchen cupboard kind of areas because that's sometimes where people won't really think to look or to price things very high because they're utilitarian things. And sometimes it's not as fancy, so, you know, people forget about that. And I saw this, and I thought, ooh, lovely pottery, drip glaze, baking dish. I wonder who makes that. And I was going pretty fast, so I didn't have time to read the whole thing, but I saw made in France, so I thought, that's good right there. It's something European, sometimes more sought after. And later on, when I took a look at some comps online, I saw that the ones who sold for maybe about $30 are Grès Pot. And that's exactly what this brand is. So I was pretty happy with that. It was fun because it was stuff that I was just taking a chance with. You know, and sometimes that's more fun than things that you already kind of have an idea what it's going to be worth, right? You get nice surprises. That is interesting too. It's from Amsterdam, and it says véritable or veritable Gouda, and seems to be pottery. I liked the colors. I like the way this was put together, and unusual. So someone may be very pleased with that. Just a little thing, but I liked the style. What sold me on this was the style and the fact that it's celluloid, in good shape, and just has a little flair. And someone looking for a nice crucifix that's a little different. may very much enjoy that. Again, this is one of those things that I don't go and seek this out because maybe it's a little more common. It's a planter in the shape of an animal. But there it was on the kitchen windowsill, and I thought, this is a nicely done piece. You know, the face is well cast, the colors are nice, it's vintage. I don't see a stamp of any kind, so I'm really not sure, but I would say vintage, you know, 50s, 60s, that sort of thing. And hey, it's a planter if you want it to be a planter. So again, that wasn't very expensive. I decided to go with that. Oh, I was happy to see that. I had seen this in the pictures. And I was hoping that would be there. And at first I thought, oh, well, there was a sticker on the bottom, and it looked like it said $50. And I thought, oh, well, I'm not going to bother then. But then I saw that several other items had this sticker on them, and it was initials. It said SD. So I was like, okay. And even so, even if it had been priced at $50, at this point, I think we've had some dealings with the person doing the sales, and we can usually get things down to where, you know, I think he doesn't have the time to bother with each individual small items. And when you see that that's the situation, it can embolden you a bit to say, okay, well, I'm going to try. I'll ask him the price. I'll ask him what's his best price. We don't even usually even come to that. He will say, well, how much do you want to pay? And usually we figure something out around that price. You know, let's say I had said, well, I'd like to pay 10. You know, he might go, okay, well, would you do 15? And I'd say yes. Like, what's $5 either way, whatever. So anyways, I put that in my pile, and it ended up being $5 specifically, so I was really happy. I think that it's an apothecary jar. I think this is maybe for some kind of, you know, barber shop or something like that, for ointment of some kind. It could also be like a perfume bottle, but I love this white glass, this milky glass, the beautiful wreaths painted in gold on it. Nice ponton mark. It's older. I don't think it's like 20th century. Well, the detailing is quite precise. It's hard to know. It's older. We'll just leave it at that. And then, of course, I grabbed this too because, again, I'm going, if I can get good prices. This is not extraordinary. It is Westmoreland. I love the satin finish and the kind of glow that this green has. So either way, I thought, you know, make a few dollars and it will make me happy because I like it. Let me move over a moment. And there's more. Surprisingly, there is more. So this little birdie, sorry about the crumbs on the table, was another nice surprise for me. Nice cloisonné, kind of enamel bird. Very pleasing colors. They've got nice cast feet. And I think that will make some people happy. Here we have an elephant in that kind of cloisonné again, enamel, trunk up for good luck. Nice little ears. And usually popular, these things. This is something else I had seen in the pictures and that I was really hoping was still there. And when I got there, I even completely forgot, you know. Oh, yeah, that. Oh, good. They still have it. because it's like a little Viking ship, and it is actually signed and it's marked Denmark. Things from Denmark are pretty sought after, quite collectible. It has a nice style, a nice shape. I don't know if it used to be like an open salt and you would have a liner inside, or just decorative like that, but I was really happy it was still there. I love these little things, right? Because they don't take up a lot of room, and they, I don't know, you can get more. This is marked Raymond. It's silver plate. It's a little basket, which is also something else I had seen in the pictures. I was happy it was still there. We were debating whether maybe people didn't go yesterday because the weather here was quite fierce yesterday. There was a lot of blowing snow and ice and snow. So maybe that played in our favor. So always think of these things. Sometimes it's good to go on the second day. Nothing wrong with that. This is another little salt. Beautiful, this one. The detailing, the white and red enamel. Looks like a little crown. And that shape here, to me, that is like Egyptian revival or a bit of Art Nouveau. Those flowing lines, organic. Just a pretty pot, and it's got something, it's marked something at the bottom, but I'm going to have to really work on it because I can't make it out. So this little thing, which is perfect. I love this little horse. I love the way it's painted, the color, it's whimsical. The porcelain itself is smooth and bisque-like and beautiful, and it's made by Rosenthal, which is a very good fine china maker. So we'll have to see, but I bet this pattern might have some interest because it's not something you see every day. A little papier-mâché lion. Who is made in Mexico and is also signed Tanala. So we'll see where that goes, but I do like him very much with his little spots here and his lovely expression. Not a small thing, but again, something I had seen in the photos. And I was absolutely drooling over this and going, well, that won't be there the second day. Well, what do you know? I love the shape. I love the color. I love the thick stopper. It's got a little chip just on the edge here, but thankfully it's not right on top. So it kind of disappears. And either way, I love it. I think that this almost looks like a gem in itself. The way it's faceted, it just makes it look like a big gem. You know, if I had any place to put it, I'd keep it. But yeah, I really, really wanted to get that. And I was happy that it wasn't exorbitantly priced either. This is another thing that I thought might be gone by the second day. It's a rose bowl. I believe it's Victorian. I'm thinking 1880s to 1910 maybe. A beautiful ruffle here. It's in good shape. It doesn't have cracks and nibbles or anything like that. Look at this beautiful bit of enamel work. I love the curlicues, very Baroque. I love that it goes from this cerise kind of cherry color here to white to yellow or maybe even slightly green. It looks to me a little bit like Vaseline glass, and I bet you it glows under a black light. So I'll have to try that because I think this one possibly would. This I would say, and from what I've seen so far, might be like 30 bucks. I might get about 30 for that, maybe a little more. I just think this is a particularly nice example. The decanter, I have no idea. I'm you know, probably gonna try 60, something like that, because where are you gonna find another one? What have I not shown you? There isn't much left. There isn't much left. Got some salts, some open salts, crystal open salts, and their matching spoons, the little silver plate spoons. I got another open salt. This one has the cobalt blue lining, which is missing very often, so that's fun. Unfortunately, it's not silver, but you take what is there. 2 little salt and pepper pots. Nothing really, it's silver plate, made in England, but I kind of like their shape. And we also got, oh, I'll show you this before I show you that, and then that. My husband found some books in folio, and those usually do well. People collect them. English eccentrics. Beautiful blue covers. And, oh yeah, okay. And then right in the kitchen cupboard, again, the kitchen has many treasures to reveal. Right in the kitchen cupboard above everything, I see this, which was also in the photos, and I had said, well, yeah, right away, this is just a commercial thing. It is collected. It's West Germany pottery, fat lava. I like the particular shades in this one. It's a good shape. It's a nice size. So I grabbed it, and again, I was just thinking, oh, that might be something, because it's well known. Maybe that'll be something they've priced and they won't really work with us. So take that chance. Take it when you can. And then I found 8 of these, which are by Colport. And I'll show you some of the other ones too. And they're napkin rings, of course, made out of fine china. Colport is a fine china maker from England, and it's well collected, but I didn't think they would do, well, I didn't think I'd have a chance that they would do quite as well as they seem to do sometimes. We took a look online, and someone has sold a set of 8 for about $70. And we bought them for 10. And I think I'm out. That's what we got. And it was like Christmas. And like one of those dreams I have where I fill boxes with vintage china and glass and studio glass and beautiful jewelry and things. And it was exactly like that. So I am fortunate. And I'm very fortunate that you're watching this and that you care. So glad to see you. Hope you've enjoyed it. Of course, I will try and be back very soon. Hopefully, I will do a jewelry life sale at some point in the near future. I'm working on several things for that. But in the meantime, I will wish you luck in all your endeavors and a happy picking.